Hey, Ruben, thank you. From the Brownsville Sports Park to Harlingen's parks, they're continuing to improve them. And just last night, the city held a meeting to kind of gauge the public's support in their improvement plans. CBS 4's Brian Svensson spoke with the Parks and Recreations Department about the plans and joins us from the newsroom. Brian, is it all of the parks?
At this point, is just 2 parks right now that they are looking at, but this does continue a trend of other parks that they have been also looking to update. Now, last night, the Parks Department did hold that meeting, and they're looking at 2 different grant opportunities that they'll be applying for. Both grants are available through the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. The first plan calls for a community center to be built at Pendleton Park. Parks and Rec Director Javier Mendez says this would be the first community center in town. The building would have a couple basketball courts and classrooms, among other amenities. Harlingen is asking for $3 million for that community center construction. The other grant would see improvements over at Arroyo Park. The city wants to add lighting to all the softball fields there and update the basketball court, among other upgrades. If the Parks and Rec Department does get grant money, the city will match 50% of whatever it receives. Parks and Rec is also planning to further extend the trail that runs behind Arroyo Park, but they've run into some issues with land use.
There has been some people along that route that that really, I guess there's a little bit of pushback, right? That they're not interested or not wanting to have that trail in their backyard.
And Mendez says at this point they only have a planning grant for that project, meaning they're just trying to see if the trail extension from McKelvey Park over to Hugh Ramsey Park is even feasible. Mendez also told me the city is working on putting lights along that trail that already exists. He says they've gotten a grant from TxDOT for the lights and emergency call boxes to be placed along the route. The city just needs to complete some paperwork before it can proceed. Working for you live in the newsroom, I'm Brian Svensson.